Now, oil prices are expected to remain around $60 a barrel going into 2015. Good for consumers, of course, not so much for oil-producing nations. CCTV's Adel El-Mahrouky reports on how falling prices are affecting Egypt.
After increasing petroleum prices in the summer, Egypt saved about 6 of its $17 billion annual subsidies expenses. If the current prices remain steady throughout the financial year, Egypt could save over $4 billion more. But citizens will not witness any change in petroleum product prices, and the government intends to keep this difference as a surplus in the budget.
The price drop is not that simple on Egypt. We export and at the same time import from our foreign partners. We have fixed contracts, so for us petroleum prices don't fluctuate like the global market, but in the extra shipments we buy with the international prices day by day. So for the regular citizen, he won't feel any differences in prices because the government partially subsides products by at least 1/3 of the price. Except octane 95, it has no subsidies, but it won't get cheaper.
There are numerous factors that could suck this surplus. The international prices of oil will decrease revenue from petroleum exports. The global effect on Egypt partners could reflect on the economy as well. Many expect Russia's economic stagnation would decrease the number of tourists coming to Egypt. They represent about 25% of Egypt's annual visitors. Gulf countries' aid to Egypt could also decrease. Already they started moving from pure financial support to investments, which is expected to freeze if the low oil prices last longer.
The aid from Gulf countries like Saudi Arabia, Kuwait and Bahrain depends on the surplus they have. Some fear that this bundle of financial support to Egypt could in one way or another be affected. But it seems that they are sending a message to comfort Egyptians that there should be no change in the aid.
The surplus in the budget should decrease the internal debt, and with Fitch increasing Egypt's credit ratings, Egypt will have more chances of getting foreign loans. Analysts expect the end result would be a maximum of $6 billion surplus in the budget. The decrease in Gulf aid and tourism revenues is also expected to be around $6 billion. But this will pressure the Egyptian pound price to the US dollar. So even if oil prices keep steady, it could become more expensive to Egypt. Adel, El-Mahrouky, CCTV, Cairo.